Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
No regrets.
If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened. At rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today. Because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 46,000 participants here in West Virginia who take part in high school sports or activities.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
We wake up each morning, eager to share our passion. We work all day with purpose to build inspired relationships with our guests, our crew, and our neighbors. We're filled with pride at the end of the day, knowing that we've made a difference. Steak Escape Sandwich Grill.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians.
Anytime St. Albans and Nitro get together, they want to call it the Battle of the Bridge. Tonight, it's the boys basketball version as the Wildcats have made the short trip across the Richard J. Dick Henderson Memorial Bridge to battle the Red Dragons of St. Albans. Good evening and welcome inside Tex M. Williams Gymnasium here on the campus of St. Albans High School. My name is Jack Withrow. Thank you for joining us here tonight on Video Productions. I'm joined by my side, my producer, Garrett Lester. And we are set for some boys basketball as St. Albans steps outside the Mountain State Athletic Conference once again as they host the Wildcats of Nitro. Taking a look at Nitro, they come into tonight's action 5-14 on the season. Their head coach is Alston Lowe in his second year at Nitro. They are averaging just over 55 points a game, giving up almost 66 points a contest. And away from home, they are 3-6 on the season. They're 2-8 at home. For St. Albans, they come in tonight 12-7 overall record and 3-6 in the Mountain State Athletic Conference. Their head coach is third-year head coach Brian England. They're coming off a victory over Greenbrier East. That was a Saturday afternoon contest in which St. Albans had to get up right early on Saturday after they defeated Parkersburg in overtime on Friday night. So a quick turnaround for the Red Dragons as they headed down to Greenbrier County. They came out of there with a 13-point victory over the Spartans of Greenbrier East, 59-46. They led by 3, 28-25 at halftime, then outscored Greenbrier East 17-11 to take a 45-36 lead into the fourth quarter, and then outscored the Spartans once again in the fourth quarter for the 59-46 victory. In that contest, St. Albans shot 39% from the field, 28% from behind the arc. They were 5 of 18 from three-point land. and they made 20 of 29 free throws for 69%. They had an uncharacteristic 20 turnovers in that contest, but they also turned over Greenbrier East 20 times and scored 20 points off of those Spartans turnovers. They did out-rebound Greenbrier East 39-27. Again, that was Saturday afternoon when a 59-46 victory for the Red Dragons. In that contest also, Rodney Toller, the senior, led all scorers with 17 points on the evening. He was 2 of 6 from behind the arc, finished with 4 rebounds. Bones Johnson, the junior guard, finished with 12 points. He was 2 of 5 from three-point land. Ethan Clay finished with 11 points and 7 rebounds. And then Braxton Good, the senior forward, finished with a double-double on Saturday afternoon. 10 points, 11 rebounds for the Red Dragons. We've got about 3.5 minutes on the pregame clock. We'll take a break. We'll step aside. And when we return, we'll take a look at the starting lineups between the Nitro Wildcats and the St. Albans Red Dragons.
Stores knows West Virginia. But what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Welcome back inside Tex M. Williams Gymnasium here at St. Albans High School for tonight's Red Dragons boys basketball as they host the Wildcats of Nitro. Nitro making their way over across the bridge, as they call this the Battle of the Bridge. St. Albans have won the last 2 contests against Nitro, including earlier this season, back on December 20th at Nitro. That was a 50-40 victory for the Red Dragons. They led by 9 at halftime, 26-17. And then by 15 after 3 at 42-27, and then finished with a 50-40 victory in that contest. St. Albans shot 34% from the field. Nitro just 28% from the field. From three-point land, neither team could get much going on the evening from behind the arc. St. Albans just made 1 of 17 from three-point land, and Nitro 0 of 12 that evening. From the free throw line, Nitro was 14 of 20 for 70%. St. Albans 7 of 13 for 54%. As we take a look at the starting lineup, first for Nitro tonight, 6'1" sophomore guard Trevor Lowe will get the start, averaging just over 14 points a game, connected with 31 three-pointers on the year. Colton Painter, the other guard, averaging 20.6. He had 26 points in that loss last night to Winfield, where they lost 66-55. Trey Hall gets the start at 5'9" sophomore guard, averaging 6 points a ball game. Mark Lacey will get the start, the junior guard tonight, and rounding out the starting lineup for the Wildcats of Nitro, 6'4" junior forward Josh Barton, who averages 7.6 points a game. For St. Albans, Jamel Clater, the 6'4", 180-pound junior point guard, averaging 12.3 points a contest. Rodney Toller will get the start, averaging 12.6 points. Ethan Clay, 11.2 points per ball game. Drew Reed, the 6'3" sophomore guard, averaging 7.8 points a game. And rounding out the starting lineup for St. Albans will be 6'3", 210-pound senior forward Braxton Good at 7.6 points a game. We'll step aside once again, and then when we return, we'll have the tip-off tonight's Battle of the Bridge, the boys basketball edition, right here on Video Productions.
Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
No regrets.
If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened, at rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today. Because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 46,000 participants here in West Virginia who take part in high school sports or activities.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
We wake up each morning, eager to share our passion. We work all day with purpose to build inspired relationships with our guests, our crew, and our neighbors. We're filled with pride at the end of the day, knowing that we've made a difference. Steak Escape Sandwich Grill.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Welcome back inside Tex M. Williams Gymnasium, and once again here at St. Albans High School for tonight's contest between the Nitro Wildcats and the Red Dragons of St. Albans. St. Albans coming in with a 3-game winning streak. They defeated Oak Hill back at the shootout, Little General shootout at West Virginia State University earlier last week, and then defeated Parkersburg here at home in overtime on Friday night before heading down to Greenbrier County and defeating Greenbrier East on Saturday afternoon. Again, both of these teams played earlier this year, back on December 20th at Nitro. That was a 50-40 victory for St. Albans. In that contest, leading the way for the Red Dragons, 13 points for senior Ethan Clay, finished with 6 rebounds, 11 points on the evening for Rodney Toller. Jamel Clater finished with 9 points and 8 rebounds on the evening. Braxton Good with 6 points and 6 rebounds for Nitro. Leading the way for the Wildcats, the sophomore guard Colton Painter, their leading scorer, had 17 points and 6 rebounds on the evening. He was 0 of 7 from behind the arc. And then 8 points coming from Seth Brown. Seth Brown not in the starting lineup tonight, but he had 8 points and 10 rebounds in that last outing. He has a foot or ankle injury, one. He did not dress and play against Winfield last night. He is dressed and on the bench tonight, however. So we'll see how much playing time he'll get tonight as they finish up the introductions of both the teams. 3-man crew here tonight. The officials, Kenton Wilkinson, J.R. Nida, and Steve Bratchett. And we've got a good crowd on hand here at St. Albans High School tonight. Nitro in their away jersey says Nitro in script across the chest in white, trimmed out in black. St. Albans in their home white uniform says St. Albans across the chest in red, trimmed out in black. It'll be Barton and Braxton Good to jump center court with official J.R. Nida. Again, we thank you for joining us right here on Video Productions as Nitro will have first possession. Man-to-man defense for St. Albans. And Painter right away connects from the right wing. Three to nothing early here. Nitro and St. Albans. Drew Reed. Reed was injured in that Greenbrier East game, finished with just 3 points Layup no good. Rebound controlled by Braxton Good. His shot no good, but then cleared out by Nitro. Again, Reed was injured in that Greenbrier East game. Injured his, I believe it was his wrist, as he came down hard on the floor, but he is back out there. Trey Hall. They get it into the corner to Painter. He'll pull up long two off the front of the iron, no good. Cleared out by Drew Reed. The senior Ethan Clay. Clay, the glue guy on his team, and there he is. Scores the first basket of the evening for the Red Dragons. 1 point advantage for Nitro. Trey Hall once again here near side. He'll get it back, guarded by the senior Rodney Toller. Now low with it. Skips it all the way over to the other side. Hall, he'll push up a long three off the back of the iron. A long rebound to St. Albans. Ethan Clay once again in the front court. Gives it over to Toller. He'll go down inside. Stop. Now kick it out to Drew Reed. Three from the right wing. No good, but he is fouled. 3 shots coming up for the sophomore, Drew Reed. They get that foul on Josh Barton. So Drew Reed at the line for 3. A 60% free throw shooter on the season for the sophomore as he leaves that one short. Reed coming into tonight's action, averaging 7.8 points a game as he connects on the second one. They honored the alumni here, former St. Albans boys basketball players and coaches, as Reed makes 2 of 3 there. Drew Reed's father, Andy Reed, a graduate of 1992, was honored here before the game, along with classmates of several different classes, and the 1985 state runner-up team as well. As a turnover there on Nitro. Just under 6 minutes to go, first period. St. Albans leading by 1, 4-3. Toller out top between the circles. Gives it over to Clater. Now Clater keeps it. Back out to Clay. He'll go down inside. Layup is good. Count it. And a foul on Nitro.
Fouls called on Wildcats, number 15, Mark Lacey, his first.
They get that one on Mark Lacey. That's his first. Team foul number 2. And Ethan Clay at the line to try to complete a 3-point play, and he does. He's got 5 points. And a 4-point advantage now for St. Albans. Clay guarding Painter. Painter coming in tonight, averaging almost 21 points a game for the Wildcats. He gets it over on the right side. He'll pull up for a 3 in the corner off the back of the iron. No good. Cleared out by Clater. Quickly, Jamel Clater, right side, into the corner. Toller thought about it, puts it down, now pulls up. 12-footer baseline, no good. Braxton Good there to clean things up for the senior. The putback for Braxton Good. 9-3, St. Albans. As Painter once again brings it across the timeline. Bones Johnson set to check in for the Red Dragons at the next dead ball. And now we've got a whistle and a travel. Second turnover on Nitro as Bones Johnson checks in. Johnson, a 6-foot junior guard, averaging 5.5 points a contest. And also Seth Brown, I mentioned him. Coming back from an injury, the 6'5 junior forward, averaging 6.2 points a game. Toller works it over to Bones Johnson. Now Toller this side, they leave him alone, and 3 is good. And he makes them pay. 9-point advantage for St. Albans. Just under 4.5 minutes to go, first period. At Low, his shot no good. Rebound to Toller. Drew Reed puts it on the floor, goes down inside the paint. Layup, no good. Rebound by Lowe. We approach the midway point, first quarter. Hall once again from distance, no good. And Josh Barton there to clean it up.
Good back for the Wildcats, Josh Barton.
3:50 to go. 12-5, St. Albans. Clay works it over to the left side to Toller. Senior, almost a turnover there as he was trying to get it back to Reed. Reed wasn't looking. Luckily, Ethan Clay was right there to pick it up. Toller goes baseline, kicks it over to Good. Good goes down inside, pushes one up off the glass. Score it for Braxton Good. He's got 4 points. 14-5, St. Albans leading. Trey Hall once again, the sophomore. Played at Winfield last year. Now Painter goes down inside. His shot airballed. Seth Brown with the rebound. He loses it. And it goes out of bounds over to St. Albans. And a timeout on the floor. A 30-second timeout with 3:04 here in the first period. St. Albans leading 14-5 over Nitro.
Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
.304 to go here in the first period. St. Albans leading 14-5 as head coach Austin Lowe takes a 30-second timeout. It'll be Red Dragons ball. Toller into the front court, gets a screen over on the right wing. Now they swing it here near side to Bones Johnson. Clay going against Brown, goes around him, pushes the shot up with the right hand, no good. Rebounded by Brown. Now they feed it down in the low. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Nitro as Ethan Clay got a hand on it. Trey Hall will trigger it in along the baseline under his own basket. Gets it in the low. His shot up with the right hand, no good. Gets his own rebound right into the hands of Hall, and he'll lay it up and in.
Basket for the Wildcats, Trey Hall.
7-point lead for the Red Dragons. Bones Johnson out top, gets it over to Toller. Gets cut off baseline, now brings it all the way back out top with the dribble. Reed, he'll spot up for another three. This one's good from the left wing for Drew Reed. 5 points for Reed and a 10-point lead now for St. Albans, their largest lead of the ball game. Almost swiped away by Johnson as he picks up Hall. And now an offensive foul. And I believe they're going to get this one on Colton Painter. And they do. That's his first, team foul number 3 on Nitro. 1:45 to go. First quarter action, 17-7, St. Albans leading. Clay goes down inside once again, layup, rolls around, and finally drops down and through. 7 points for Clay. 1:28 to go first quarter. Trey Hall penetrates down inside the paint, kicks it over on the left side, but before that we've got a whistle and a travel call on Hall. That's the 4th turnover on Nitro here in the first quarter. 1:24 to go. And St. Albans leading by 12, 19-7. Left side, Clay. They feed it down in the low post. That's good. His shot no good. And cleared out by Seth Brown. Trey Hall feeds it back to Lowe. Now into the corner to Barton. He can shoot a three. They feed it down into Painter. His shot up. And count the basket for Colton Painter. They get that foul on Rodney Toller. That's his first, team foul number 1. Painter at the foul line, misses short. Rebound by Drew Reed. 51 seconds. Reed once again from the right side, this time too strong. Cleared out. Hall hands it over to Painter. Painter goes baseline against Bones Johnson, feeds it down into Lowe. His shot no good, but a whistle and a foul on St. Albans. 2 shots coming up for Trevor Lowe. And I believe they got that one on Ethan Clay. No, sorry, they got it on Drew Reed. As first shot up and in for Trevor Lowe. His first point of the evening, 59% free throw shooter, and misses the second. 30 seconds to go, first period. 19-10, St. Albans leading Nitro here inside Tex M. Williams Gymnasium. St. Albans won the first contest back in December. It was a 10-point win as good shot, no good from the right elbow. And he commits a foul. That's the first on Braxton Good. Team foul number 3 now on St. Albans. With 12 seconds to go. Trey Hall will bring it across the timeline. Gets a screen, works it over on the left wing. Picked up by Ethan Clay. Now he'll push up a 3 from the left wing. Off the front of the iron, no good, but we've got a whistle before. And they get a foul on Rodney Toller, but that ends the quarter. 19-10, St. Albans leads. Nitro, you're watching Red Dragons boys basketball right here on Video Productions.
At any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Get the edge of your competition and reach for a low-fat chocolate milk. It's packed with the nutrients you need to fuel up. For more information, visit drink-milk.com.
19-10, St. Albans leading Nitro here at the Battle of the Bridge, the boys basketball edition. As a foul was called right at the buzzer on Rodney Toller. That's his second. So Toller will set the bench there as we start the second quarter to be St. Albans ball. Clater feeds it down in low post. Good. Shot off the glass. No good. Rebound. Tipped out and controlled by Jamel Clater. Unofficially, St. Albans out-rebounded Nitro 9-8 in that first quarter. Clay penetrates. Now kicks it. They swing it over on the right side to Bones Johnson. Good. Skip pass. Near side. 3 on the way. Short. Rebound to Trey Hall. Quickly into the front court. Trevor Lowe penetrates down inside, goes up, layup, in and out, no good. Controlled by Brown. His shot. And a whistle and a foul. I believe they're going to get this one against Braxton Good. That's going to be his second. Team foul number 5. As Seth Brown will go to the line. A 60% free throw shooter for the Wildcats. And in and out, no good on the first one. Freshman Michael Heinman checks in for the Red Dragons. Braxton Good will take a seat over on the bench. Hyman averaging 9 minutes a game as a freshman. As the second one is good for Seth Brown. 8-point advantage for St. Albans. 7:08 to go here, second quarter, inside Tex M. Williams Gymnasium. Ethan Clay Left wing. Now they swing it back up top over into the corner to Drew Reed. Reed, they leave him open. That shot no good. Rebound by Nitro. So Reed has missed his last 2 threes from over on that right wing. Hall near side. They get it to Painter. He'll penetrate down inside. Pull-up jump shot is good along the baseline for Colton Painter. He's got 7 points. And now a whistle and a timeout on the floor by head coach Brian England. Will take a 30-second timeout as well. 6:30 to go here, second quarter, 19-13. St. Albans leading Nitro.
Here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
(1913) St. Albans leading Nitro. A 30-second timeout called by head coach Brian England. Starters Braxton Good and Rodney Toller over on the bench with 2 fouls apiece. Clater, top of the key, goes down inside. Nice strong move there for Jamel Clater. His first field goal of the evening. Pushes the lead back to 21-13. Hall near side, over to Painter. Guarded by Ethan Clay. They feed it down inside. Trevor Lowe, reverse layup, no good. Partially blocked. Clater was down there along with Michael Heinman. Right side, Drew Reed, back to Clater. In the corner, he'll spot up a 3. Good from the right corner for Jamel Clater. 5 quick points for Clater. And the lead back to 11. 24-13, 5:35 to go. Hall picks up his dribble, gives it over to Barton. Bones Johnson guarding Hall. Goes down inside, gives it over in the corner. Barton's 3. That was way short and rebounded by Clater. Here comes Clater. Into the corner, Drew Reed goes down inside, layup no good, but a whistle and a foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. They get that on Seth Brown. That's his first, team foul number 4. And Drew Reed at the line for 2. 2 of 3 from the foul line as he misses the first one there. Checking in the lineup for Nitro, number 12, Connor Tucker, a junior. Tucker averaging just 1.4 points a game. And Reed misses both, but Clater right there. And a reverse layup, that one in and out, no good. Painter into the front court. Goes down inside, spin move. Shot rejected by Drew Reed, and Michael Heinman coming up with it, and now a foul on Nitro. That'll go against Colton Painter. That's his second. So Drew Reed gets a hand on that one. And Michael Hyman comes out with it, and then he is fouled by Painter. Just under 5 to go, first half, 24-13, St. Albans leading Nitro. Bones Johnson, left wing, back out top. Clay puts it on the floor, penetrates all the way into the paint. His layup finally rolls in for the senior. 9 points for Clay, and a 13-point advantage now for the Red Dragons. And now a turnover, Bones Johnson picks it up. Johnson feeds it over to Hyman. Layup is good for Michael Heinman. And timeout on the floor. And I believe it was called by Nitro. That's a full timeout. We'll take a full timeout as well. 4:28 to go here. Second period, 28-13. St. Albans leading Nitro.
If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened, at rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today. Because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere.
Full timeout taken by Nitro head coach Alston Lowe. As St. Albans lead now 28-13 over Nitro. 4:28 to go here, second quarter. Full court pressure now being applied by St. Albans to get it into Hall. He'll walk it across the timeline, picked up by Bones Johnson. St. Albans in that man-to-man defense. As we've seen that pretty much all season long. Painter in the corner. Ball's tipped away, gathered up by Painter. As Ethan Clay got a hand on that one. As we approach the midway point here in the second quarter. Lowe feeds it over to Painter, and now we're going to get a reach-in foul on Ethan Clay. And that's going to be his first. Team foul number 6 on St. Albans. Exactly 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Painter feeds it out near midcourt to Trey Hall. Now back inside to Painter. He'll go to work down in that low post. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled out of the air by Jamel Clater. Here comes Clater into the front court. Goes all the way down inside, kicks it over to Drew Reed. Thought about a three. Now puts up a long two. That one no good. Tipped out, Ethan Clay. He'll gather it up. He goes down inside and score it for the senior Ethan Clay. He's got 11 points here in the first half. And the lead, 30-13, St. Albans over Nitro. Colton Painter once again here near side. Hindman going against Seth Brown. A height mismatch down low. Out top. Mark Lacey swings it over to the left side. Painter once again pulls up jump shot along the baseline, rolls off the rim, rebound down to Michael Hindman. Quickly, here comes Jamel Clater. He'll pull up. Jump shot off the back of the iron, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Nitro. It stays with the Red Dragons. 2:52 to go. Second period, checking into the ball game for the Wildcats will be Mark Lacey. As Seth Brown will take a seat over on the bench. Clater will trigger it in along the baseline. Feeds it all the way out top to Clay. Near side, Clay. Swinging all the way over to Bones Johnson. Now they feed it down in the low post. Clater, here's a mismatch. Clater goes up and is fouled, and I believe that's going to go against Mark Lacey, as that was a big-time mismatch. And they do get it against Mark Lacey. That's his second. 2 shots coming up for Jamel Clater. Nice job by the Red Dragons working that offense and getting a mismatch for Clater down in that low post. He took advantage of the much smaller Mark Lacey and drew the foul. Second shot up for Clater, and he makes both of them. He's got 7 points. He has done nothing but improve his shot from the foul line from 2 years ago. Lacey here near side. Now they swing it all the way over to Hall. He'll push up another three. That one off the mark. And rebound tracked down in the corner by Bones Johnson. He'll bring it in the front court with 2:14 to go. Second quarter action. 32-13. St. Albans leading Nitro. Here in the battle of the bridge. Clay, he'll pull up with the right hand once again. Ethan Clay. 13 points now for the senior. And the lead up to 34-13, under 2 to go. And now a swipe here by Ethan Clay. As he'll go down inside. Layup is good and a foul. And that's what he'll do. He is the glue guy on this team. He's all around the ball. And a deflection and a steal there by the senior Ethan Clay. Scores it on the other end and draws the foul. Clay at the line. Shot up with the right hand, in and out, no good. 36-13 St. Albans. Screen for Painter. Goes down all the way to the basket. Layup no good, but draws a foul. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. So they get that one on Michael Hyman. Hyman's first personal, team foul number 7. And Colton Painter once again back to the line. Shot up and in, nothing but net there for Painter. 8 points for Painter now. 1 of 2 from the foul line. And he misses that one. Rebound to Clater. 1:32 to go. Second period here inside Tex M. Williams Gymnasium on Alumni Night. They get it in to Hyman. Gets cut off out to Clay. He'll spot up a three. In and out, no good. Rebound, Michael Hyman. He cleans it up. The freshman with the putback. He's got 4 points. Ball tipped out of bounds by Clay. It'll stay with Nitro. And a freshman group that head coach Brian England and his staff are very thrilled about. And one of them is Michael Hyman. His dad played here at St. Albans as well. Trey Hall into the front court. We approach 60 seconds to go. Second quarter action. Barton puts it on the floor, goes down inside the paint, gets cut off, ball stripped away and stolen by Drew Reed. As Clater will walk it across the timeline with 45 seconds to go. Clay holds the ball. Now gives it back out to Clater. Again, Braxton Good and Rodney Toller set most, if not all, of the second quarter with 2 fouls. St. Albans led 19-10 after the first quarter. And now a 38-14 advantage for the Red Dragons as they hold for the last shot here. Clay goes to work, gives it out. Hyman thought about the three, puts it on the floor, now pushes it up from the baseline. Behind the backboard, rebound, out of bounds, and it stays with St. Albans. And you thought you seen it all from Ethan Clay, and he gets a rebound that was behind the backboard. 2.6 seconds to go here in the first half. Clater will inbound it underneath his own basket. Feeds it out to Clay. He'll push up a three from the right wing. No good. Rebound back up, but that one will not count as we come to the break here at halftime. St. Albans with a 38-14 lead over visiting Wildcats of Nitro will step away. We'll return with halftime stats. You're watching Red Dragons boys basketball right here on Video Productions.
Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
No regrets.
If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened. At rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today. Because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 46,000 participants here in West Virginia who take part in high school sports or activities.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
We wake up each morning, eager to share our passion. We work all day with purpose to build inspired relationships with our guests, our crew, and our neighbors. We're filled with pride at the end of the day, knowing that we've made a difference. Steak Escape Sandwich Grill.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Welcome back inside Tex M. Williams Gymnasium here on the campus of St. Albans High School. Alumni night here for the Red Dragons as they honored several former players and coaches from years past here at St. Albans High School, including a special recognition of the 1985 runner-up team in Class AAA. As the coaches were here and a couple players from that 85 team. So it was good to see a good turnout from the fans here from both St. Albans and Nitro. Of course, Nitro just right across the bridge. A short journey and halftime as we take a look at the halftime stats for St. Albans and Nitro. Of course, St. Albans leading 38-14. Turnovers, Nitro was 7. St. Albans did not turn the ball over in the first half. Free throws, Nitro 3 of 7 for 43%. St. Albans 5 of 9, 56%. Rebounds, got St. Albans out-rebounding Nitro 18-11. For Nitro leading the way, 8 points for Colton Painter. Painter was 1 of 3 from the foul line. 2 points for Josh Barton, 2 points for Trey Hall, and then 1 point apiece for Seth Brown and Colton Painter. I'm sorry, not Colton, Trevor Lowe. Excuse me. Seth Brown coming off the bench tonight, the 6'5 junior forward, normally a starter averaging just over 6 points a game, has been hindered with an injury. He did not play against Winfield last night in that 66-55 loss for the Wildcats. He did dress tonight, did not start, but got into the ball game. Again, just 1 point for Seth Brown. For St. Albans, leading the way is senior Ethan Clay. Came into the night averaging just over 11 points a contest. He's got 15 here at halftime. 7 points from Jamel Clater. 5 points from Drew Reed. 4 points apiece from Braxton Good and freshman Michael Heineman. Heineman coming off the bench and scoring 4 points, and rounding out the scoring is St. Albans' leading scorer, Rodney Toller. Toller with just 3 points, that a 3-point field goal for Rodney Toller. St. Albans will be back in action on Saturday as they'll head to the South Charleston Community Center in the Mountain State Athletic Conference Night of Champions. That taking place, a little bit different format this year, and it'll be a 2-day Friday-Saturday format. Friday night will be the skills competition at 7:30, and I'm sure we've got some St. Albans players in that. I'm not asked Coach England who all is participating in those events, but St. Albans will play South Charleston at 10 a.m. That the 7-8 matchup in the Mountain State Athletic Conference. Again, that's at the South Charleston Community Center on Friday and Saturday. St. Albans and South Charleston will battle it out at 10 a.m. Of course, we all remember that classic overtime battle here earlier as my producer Garrett Lester shakes his head. That was an overtime loss, a 1-point loss to South Charleston earlier this season. And then St. Albans will finish up their regular season on Tuesday the 25th as they travel down to Wayne County and take on the Timberwolves of Spring Valley. Next up for Nitro is Friday the 21st. They'll be at Scott. And then the following Friday on the 28th, it says on their schedule, they'll be at Sissonville. But sectionals, I believe, start on the 28th. As sectionals for the boys will take place February 28th through March 7th. And regional action starts on March 10th through the 12th. Of course, the state tournament at the Charleston Coliseum on March 18th through the 21st. St. Albans back on the floor. Nitro has yet to return. We've got about 2.5 minutes on a halftime clock. We'll step away, and then we'll return with the start of the second half. St. Albans leading Nitro here at St. Albans High School, 38-14. You're watching Red Dragons boys basketball right here on Video Productions.
Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
No regrets.
If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened. At rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today. Because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in.
(38-14), St. Albans leading Nitro as we get set for the second half here inside Texim Williams Gymnasium. Thank you for joining us right here on Video Productions. Jack Withrow alongside my producer tonight, Garrett Lester. And on the camera, the famous Parker Withrow. It'll be Nitro ball. Starting things out as they'll go right to left. Painter Hall. Trevor Lowe, Josh Barton, and Mark Lacey out there, the original starting five for Nitro. St. Albans with their original starting five of Clay, Braxton Good, Clater, Drew Reed, and Rodney Toller. And now a turnover as Mark Lacey's pass zipped into the Nitro crowd here on the near side. St. Albans with a 24-point advantage. Starting things out here, and we've got a whistle. And I believe a foul on Nitro. That's going to go against Josh Barton. His second. Clater trying to inbound, gets it into Drew Reed, goes down inside, shot up no good, but he draws a contact and a whistle. And I believe that's on Mark Lacey. That's his third. And I look over at head coach Austin Lowe, and the look on his face says it all right now. As Drew Reed connects on the first one, gives the sophomore 6 points. He was just 2 of 5 from the foul line in the first half. Reed, a 60% free throw shooter, makes both of those. He's got 7.
Reed, 2 for 2 at the line.
And Reed injuring that hand in the Greenbrier East game in the first half. Did not play the rest of the game, but looks to be all right tonight. He's got 7 points. Feed it down in the low post. Shot up by Painter off the front of the iron. No good. Tipped around, out of bounds. Stays with the Wildcats. Barton swings it here. They hand it off to Painter. Guarded by Clay. St. Albans coming into tonight just giving up just under 48 points a game. Now Painter gets it swiped away and off of Painter's leg, and right there is Ethan Clay. And he's got to be the defensive player of the year for the Mountain State Athletic Conference here or in the Kanawha Valley. That's another nice defensive play for the senior Ethan Clay. Clay here near side. And now he throws that one away. And taken right back by Drew Reed. And now a foul, and that's going to be number 4, I believe, if it's on Lacey. And it is. That is his 4th. So Seth Brown will check in for Nitro. 6:29 to go, 3rd period. And Lacey will take a seat over on the bench next to the Nitro assistants. Clater backs it back out. Man-to-man defense, Clay. St. Albans in no hurry here. They'll run their offense. Work for a good shot. Braxton Good puts it on the floor. And he took one too many steps there. Turnover on Good. Gives the ball back to Nitro. 5:52. 3rd period action, 40-14. St. Albans leading the Wildcats. Brown over on the right wing, guarded by Good. Man-to-man defense once again for the Red Dragons. They feed it down in the low post. Low goes to work, and he draws a foul. And that'll be against Jamel Clater. That's his 1st. So 2 shots coming up for the 6'1" sophomore Trevor Lowe. Lowe was 0 for 1. 1 for 2 in that first half as he connects there. In and out, no good. 2 for 4 from the foul line for Trevor Lowe. He's got 2 points on the evening. Came in tonight averaging just over 14 points a game. Clater in the high post. Kicks it out. Toller's 3. Good. Second 3 of the evening for the senior Rodney Toller. Makes 32 threes on the season for Rodney Toller. Pushes the lead out to 43-15. And now another turnover on Nitro. Their 4th of the 3rd quarter. 11 turnovers for the game. Bones Johnson checks back in for the Red Dragons. And checking in for the first time of the ball game will be Hagen Summers. Summers, a sophomore guard. Under 5 to go, 3rd period action. Toller. Into the Clater. Kicks it right side. Bones Johnson. Now Toller once again. Skip pass over the other side. Bones Johnson lines one up, in and out, no good. Rebound pulled out of the air by Clater. He'll muscle one up, and no good. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. They get that one on Josh Barton. That's his third. Team foul number 4 on the Wildcats. And 2 shots coming up for the 6'4", Jamel Clater. He was 2 of 2 from the foul line in that first half. And make it 3 of 3. And I mentioned in the first half how much he has improved from the foul line. Second shot up for Clater, and both of those don't even hit rim. He's got 9 points, 45-15. St. Albans leading Nitro. Trevor Lowe swings it in the corner. Josh Barton. Now back out to Lowe. Painter, he'll push one up and count it from the left elbow for Colton Painter. 10 points for Painter. Just under 4 minutes to go, third period. Clater once again. He'll go down inside, pull up, jumper, no good. Tip up and in by Drew Reed. Reed with 9 points. And a 30-point lead for St. Albans. And now another turnover on Nitro. That's their 5th of the quarter. Bones Johnson near side into the front court. Feeds it over to Toller. Thought about the 3. Now puts it on the floor, goes down inside, kicks it out to Drew Reed. He'll pull up from the baseline, count it, and he is fouled. They get that on Painter. That's his third. Drew Reed now with 11 points. And at the foul line to try to complete the 3-point play for the sophomore, Drew Reed. And that one rolls it in. He's got 12. 3 of 3 from the foul line in the second half for Reed. 50-17, 3:12 to go. Hall quickly down inside, and his layup is good, and he is fouled. They get the foul on Clay. That's his second. Hall, an 80% free throw shooter at the line to try to complete the 3-point play for the Wildcats, and that one rolls off the rim, no good. Rebound down to Drew Reed. We approach 3 minutes here in the third quarter. St. Albans in control of this one. St. Albans led 19-13 there early in the second quarter. Went on a 19-1 run to finish things off before halftime. And led 38-14 at halftime. Shot up no good by Ethan Clay. Rebounded by Brown. Hall out top. Thought about the 3. Gives it over to Trevor Lowe. And a whistle. And a foul called on St. Albans. They get that one on Clater. That's his second. Team foul number 3 on St. Albans. And that'll send Trevor Lowe to the foul line. Lowe 2 of 4 from the foul line tonight. As he connects there once again. Cooper Lane Sturgill checks in for the Red Dragons. Lane Sturgill, a 6'2", 180-pound freshman forward, as Trevor Lowe connects both times there from the foul line. He's got 4 points. Another promising freshman for the Red Dragons in Cooper Lane Sturgill. Toller out top, guarded by Barton. Clay that gets it swiped turnover, and here comes Painter. And a whistle and a foul on St. Albans.
Foul's called on the Red Dragons, number 1, Jamel Clater. That's his third.
They get that one on Clater. That's his third.
At line shooting 2 for the Wildcats.
So Colton Painter back to the line. And he misses that one. Painter just 1 of 4 from the foul line. Come into the night. 77% free throw shooter. Averaging just under 21 points a game as he makes that one. He's got 11 points. 50-22, St. Albans leading. Just under 2 minutes to go here, third period action. Here inside Tex M. Williams Gymnasium. Lane Sturgill in the corner, Drew Reed. He'll spot up 3 off the back of the iron. Long rebound out to Bones Johnson. Toller will reset the offense with 1:33 to go here in the third quarter. He's swinging over to Toller. His 3 in front of the bench is good. 3 triples on the evening for Toller. He's got 9 points. 1:15 to go, third period, 53-22. St. Albans over top of Nitro. St. Albans have won the last 2 contests in this series as layup by Trey Hall. He's got 6 points. They defeated Nitro earlier this season, 50-40. Which they led by 15 after the third period. Clay. Back to Bones Johnson. Cooper Lane Sturgill, high post into the corner. Toller, pump fake. He'll pull up, baseline jumper's good by Rodney Toller. 11 points now for the senior Rodney Toller. Went over 1,000 points last year against Parkersburg, up in Parkersburg. That one off the front iron, rebound, back up, no good. Rebound this time cleared out by Cooper Lane Sturgill. Clay, 7 seconds, Bones Johnson 3, that one's short. Rebound tracked down by Clay, tried to save it, and he did, right in the hands of his head coach, Brian England. 2.1 seconds to go, third period. Hall into the front court. And that is no good. We come to the end of the third period here inside St. Albans High School. The Red Dragons leading the Wildcats 55-24. You're watching Red Dragons boys basketball right here on Video Productions.
We wake up each morning, eager to share our passion. We work all day with purpose to build inspired relationships with our guests, our crew, and our neighbors. We're filled with pride at the end of the day, knowing that we've made a difference. Steak Escape Sandwich Grill.
St. Albans leading 55-24 as we enter the final quarter here inside Tex M. Williams Gymnasium in the battle with a bridge between Nitro and St. Albans. Jamel Clater back out on the floor for the Red Dragons, the 6'4" point guard. Along with Cooper Lane Sturgill, Rodney Toller, Ethan Clay, and Bones Johnson. Toller penetrates down inside, gives it over to Clater. Now skips it into the corner to Toller. 3 on the way. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound by Lowe. Quickly down the other side. Painter's shot rejected by Bones Johnson. Clay, near side, into the corner. Johnson thought about the three, kicks it out to Toller. He'll pull up 15-footer straight away, rolls in and out, no good. Rebound by Barton. Hall, he'll push up a three. That one no good. Tip up, no good by Painter. Quickly down the other side, Clater. He loses it, out of bounds, but a whistle and a foul on Nitro. They get that one on Barton. That's his fourth. And 2 shots coming up for Jamel Clater. Clater with 9 points. He's 4 of 4 from the foul line this evening. And he misses that one short. Braxton Good, the senior, checks back into the ball game. Lane Sturgill will take a seat over on the bench. Second shot up for Clater. He makes 1 of 2. He's got 10 points. 4 players in double figures for St. Albans. 6:48 to go, fourth quarter. 56-24. Brown near side to Painter. Goes baseline, and that's going to be a blocking foul. As the official, Kent Wilkinson, makes the call. And the foul against Toller, that's his third. As Hall will inbound it along the baseline. Gets it over on the right side. Baseline jump shot up is good by Colton Painter. Painter with 13 points now for the sophomore. 56-26. Toller near side. Feeds it into Clater. Back out to Toller. Thought about a three. Spin move. Puts it on the floor. Goes down inside the paint. Kicks it over on the left side. Ethan Clay. That went off the mark. And rebound cleared out by Nitro. Just under 6 to go. Painter over on the right side, puts it on the floor. Penetrates down inside, shot up, rolls off the iron, tip up, no good. Rebound to Braxton Good. Jamel Clater now. Clay penetrates floater, that one airballed. And rebound down to Nitro. Quickly down the other side, they try to get it into Barton. Ball is knocked away, and Ethan Clay comes up with it. Jump shot from the left side. That one no good, but Ethan Clay there cannot get it to go. Now Braxton Good's putback is no good, and he is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Fouls called on the Wildcats, number 21, Seth Brown, his second, and team 7.
They get that foul on Seth Brown. That's his second. And team foul number 7. St. Albans will be in the bonus. 5:16 to go in the ball game. Good at the line, a 62% free throw shooter, and makes the first one. He's got 5 points. Checking in for St. Albans, Jamison McDaniels, 5'8", 155-pound sophomore guard. Clater takes a seat as Braxton Good makes both of those. He's got 6 points, 58-26, 5:13 to go in the ball game. And St. Albans back in action Saturday morning as they'll take on South Charleston. As turnaround with the right hand by Trevor Lowe. His first field goal of the evening. He's got 6 points. That's a 10 a.m. tip-off time. It's good. Penetrates, kicks it all the way back, and they swing it to the top of the key to Rodney Toller. That's the 7-8 matchup in the Mountain State Athletic Conference. As Ethan Clay goes unhindered to the basket. He's got 17 points for the senior. Now a whistle on the floor against St. Albans.
Fouls called on the Red Dragons, number 32, Braxton.
That one on Good. That's his third.
And team 6.
4:32 to go in the ball game. Again, that's the 7-8 matchup in that Mountain State Athletic Conference Night of Champions. The two-day event at the South Charleston Community Center. As I run down number 8, number 10 matchup on Friday night, that'll be Parkersburg and Hurricane. As the ball goes through Barton's hands, turnover on Nitro. Gives the ball back to St. Albans, 4:16 to go. So Parkersburg and Hurricane play at 5:30 Friday evening, right before the skills events. Then St. Albans, South Charleston at 10 o'clock. The 5-6 matchup will be Capital and Huntington. That'll tip off at 1 o'clock, the scheduled time. And then 4 o'clock will be number 3, Woodrow Wilson, number 4, Spring Valley, as Ethan Clay goes back inside, no good. Braxton Good there to clean it up. 8 points for Good, 62-28. And then the championship of the Mountain State Athletic Conference will take place as number 1, Cabell Midland, against number 2, the Patriots of George Washington. That is scheduled for an 8:05 tip-off time at the South Charleston Community Center. Hall out top, 3:27 to go in the ball game. St. Albans in command of this one. Painter, he'll pull up, jumper up and in for Colton Painter. 15 points for the sophomore. He can score in bunches. Came into the night averaging 20.6 a ball game. Feed it down into Clay. Now skip it out to Bones Johnson. He'll line up a 3 off the front of the iron. No good. Tracked down by Rodney Toller. Gives it over to Clay. Now he'll pull it back. Gives it over to Toller with just under 3 to go. Good. Bones Johnson straight away 3 in and out. No good. And cleared out by Mark Lacey. Three from the left corner. That one no good. By Josh Barton. Quickly down the other side. Braxton Good trying to lay up with the right hand. Could not get it to go down. Back and forth we go. Here late in the ball game, St. Albans leading by 32. As they get it down inside to Lowe. His layup is no good. And now a timeout on the floor as St. Albans will get a couple of substitutions in. Michael Hindman, the freshman, will re-enter the ball game for the Red Dragon, as well as number 24, 6'1", 170-pound freshman guard Sean Atkins. As Brian England calls a 30-second timeout. And I don't have the girls' MSAC Night of Champions scheduled. I know there's a couple games taking place tonight that could determine the final records and the seedings, I guess, is what you call that, for their MSAC Night of Champions. But the one game that is set on the girls' side will be the championship game that'll take place at 6:05. That'll be number 1 Parkersburg against number 2 George Washington. That'll take place just ahead of the boys' championship game. Again, that's Cabell Midland with the 1 seed. And I keep calling it a seed like it's a tournament. But the number 1 position taking on number 2 George Washington at 8:05 Saturday evening. Again, that at the South Charleston Community Center. St. Albans game on Saturday morning as Hindman's jump shot from the right elbow, no good, out of bounds over to Nitro. You can listen to that ball game live on WCHS 580 AM. As I believe Jeff Jenkins will bring you all the action on Saturday morning. Again, a 10 a.m. scheduled tip-off between South Charleston and St. Albans. Painter's shot rejected by Ethan Clay. Clay up ahead. Pump fake again. Shot up and gets it to roll in for the senior. 19 points for Ethan Clay. As substitutions for St. Albans. Christian Holsinger will check in for the Red Dragons, 5'9" sophomore guard. And also 6'3" sophomore forward Jordan Hartwell for Nitro. Checking in will be Connor Tucker, Charles Robbins, and Ethan Lacey. And also
Number 0, Charles Robbins.
got it listed as Cam Foster, number 3. So we're down to pretty much the JV guys out there. The St. Albans JV earlier. Hartwell goes down in, and his layup is good. To Jordan Hartwell. And the ball is stolen by Atkins. And now a whistle on a blocking foul on Nitro.
Fouls called on the Wildcats. Number 3, Cam Foster.
So St. Albans will win their 4th straight here tonight. Raise a record to 13-7 on the season. They'll finish up the regular season here at home 7-3 this year. And those 3 losses, 2 of them coming in overtime, as Atkins makes the first one. 1-point loss to South Charleston, then the overtime loss to Capital, and then a 3-point loss to Cabell Midland. So they'll finish up 7-3 here at home. And oh, what it could have been for St. Albans, as the time will wind down and St. Albans will get the 37-point victory tonight over the Nitro Wildcats by a final score 67-30. We'll step away and we'll return with a recap and scoring of tonight's ballgame. You're watching Red Dragons boys basketball right here on Video Productions.
Seth Brown with 1, Josh Barton with 2, Trey Hall with 6, and Colton Pater with
Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
No regrets.
If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened, at rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today. Because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 46,000 participants here in West Virginia who take part in high school sports or activities.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
We wake up each morning, eager to share our passion. We work all day with purpose, to build inspired relationships with our guests, our crew, and our neighbors. We're filled with pride at the end of the day, knowing that we've made a difference. Steak Escape Sandwich Grill.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Welcome back inside Tex M. Williams Gymnasium. Final score, St. Albans 67, Nitro 30. As we take a look at the team stats for this evening. Nitro with 13 turnovers on the evening. St. Albans just 4. Nitro 7 of 13, 54% from the foul line. St. Albans finishing 14 of 20, 70% from the free throw line. St. Albans out-rebounding Nitro 32-22. And Colton Painter finishing with 15 points. That's a little over 5 points below his average. And senior Ethan Clay leading the way with a game-high 19 points, again, for senior Ethan Clay. And we are now joined here courtside. Man, that's the quickest you've ever been out here, Coach.
Yeah, well, I just told them I was proud of their effort, and we're moving on to South Charleston. So
you got 8 players in the scoring column tonight, and
yeah.
I think I say this every game. Ethan Clay is all over the floor once again.
Oh, yeah.
And he led your team tonight with 19 points, but so much more that he does than score the ball.
Oh, he really does, man. He's really scored it well the second half of the season.
Yes.
And you put that on top of everything else he does. He's special, man. Special player. And I'm really going to miss him, man. He just played probably his last game here in this gym. So I'm going to miss him for sure. 3
special seniors probably playing their last game here at St. Albans High School. Of course, you've got Braxton Good, finished with 8 points tonight.
Right.
And then Rodney Toller, who went over 1,000 points last year against Parkersburg. He finishes tonight with 11 points. And 4 players in double figures. Just an all-around good game tonight. You challenged them. I was in the locker room.
Yep.
You challenged them to do – the key to the game was just to do what they do best.
Right.
And I've talked to you about this. I think this team plays one of the best defenses in the state of West Virginia. And I was looking at the stats and giving up points to their opponents. They're number 3 in Class AAA.
Yeah, that's what our message was. You know, just do what you do and do it well and play hard, and the game will take care of itself. And that's what it did. You know, I mean, you hold a high school basketball team to 30 points. You know, and not only that, but our one of our rivals. You know,
right.
So it was definitely a good effort. And that has to be carried on Saturday because the game Saturday has a lot of implications.
Right.
And it's going to be early, and we're going to have to bring it.
Yep, 10 o'clock tip-off time Saturday morning against South Charleston at South Charleston Community Center in the MSAC Night of Champions.
Right.
And I was talking about it during the game. Do we have anybody in the skills competition?
Yeah, we've got Ethan Clay is in the three-point shot. And I went strictly off of statistics here. He's leading us in three-point percentage over a certain amount of attempts. Rodney Toller's leading us in free throws, so he's the free throw. We got Bones Johnson in the hot shot.
Okay.
Jamel Clater in the buzzer beater, which is a new competition. And then Jordan Hartwell, sophomore Jordan Hartwell, JV player for us, is the only guy on our team that can dunk consistently. And we're going to put him in a dunk contest because the kids are excited about it. He's been practicing.
He had a breakaway.
Yeah, the kids
the
were
student section was, they were all on their feet ready, and he laid it up and in.
So we're going to give him a shot in the first year playing basketball. So, and he's been great, man. He's just a great kid, great attitude, does well in school. Everything you want from a player on a team, that's Jordan Hartwell. So we're going to reward him for his efforts this year and put him in the dunk contest.
Outside of the game, and it was a great game by you guys, but a great evening once again, and this is the second year you've had this alumni night where you bring in former players and coaches and honor them before the game. Another nice turnout tonight for the alumni night.
Yeah, it was, and I wanted to try to honor a different era, and so we were able to get a hold of Coach Arnold Moore, and who took over for Coach Tex Williams, and when Tex Williams went to the UC, and Coach Moore was gracious enough to come, and we had a couple of his players here and his assistant coach. I just think it's important for us to recognize. It's a sacrifice for any coach to go to coach for any amount of time, and I think it's important to recognize all coaches that sacrifice for years and family time and. Put the hours in for very little or no pay, basically the only thing is for the love of the game and the love of kids, and that's the only thing. And Coach Moore, he put his time in, and it was nice to have Coach Williams here. And Coach Tex Williams, told me, he said Arnold Moore was very loyal to me, and I want to be here to recognize him as well. So very gracious of him to come, and I want our kids and the young kids in St. Albans to understand that there's a history here. It's been a while since we've won, but we're starting to win now. There's a lot of people in this town that they have great love for the Red Dragons and the basketball team, and you can see, our crowds have been pretty good. And,
I'd say they've been better than pretty good.
Yeah, they've been better than pretty good, yeah. So, and like I said, the key is you play hard, people come and watch it. But as far as alumni night, the people that we honor tonight, plus all the other alumni that were here, they deserve it. They sacrificed much. They did the right things while they were here, and just thankful to be a part of it.
Well, Coach, we finished the home season 7-3 here at Tex M. Williams Gymnasium.
7-3 with 2 buzzer beaters and under a minute.
I don't want to talk about that anymore. But
we played well at
loss
home.
to Cabell Midland.
We played well at home.
We've got work to do, like you said, Saturday morning against South Charleston. Enjoy this one tonight. Get to work tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Good luck against the Black Eagles.
Thank you. See you.
That's head coach Brian England joining us here courtside with his thoughts after a 67-30 thumping of the Wildcats of Nitro. And again, he was talking about alumni night. This is the second year that they've had this, and several coaches and players, and they honored the 1985 AAA state runner-up team here this evening before tonight's game. Again, St. Albans will be back in action 10 a.m. on Saturday morning in the MSAC Night of Champions as they take on the Black Eagles of South Charleston at the South Charleston Community Center. You can hear that game live on WCHS 580 radio. So again, 10 a.m. against South Charleston. Then their final regular season game will be on the 25th. That's a Tuesday at Spring Valley. You can listen to that game over on our Mixler channel as well. So again, we want to thank St. Albans principal Jeff Kelly, St. Albans athletic director Rick Whitman, and of course head coach Brian England. For the cameraman Parker Withrow and producer tonight Garrett Lester, my name is Jack Withrow. Thank you for joining us. Final score here inside Tex M. Williams Gymnasium, St. Albans 67, Nitro 30. Good night.